Hi everyone. In this class we are going to see the next section, automorphism. Definition is an isomorphism of a group G onto itself is called an automorphism. That means that group G is homomorphism one to one and onto. An isomorphism of a group G is onto itself. That means you have to define a mapping from G to G that should be onto itself, means you can say that G is automorphism. The set of all automorphism of G is denoted by A of G. So we have to see the theorem based on automorphism. If G is a group, then A of G is a group under composition of maps. That means A of G is a set of all automorphism of G. Here they are given G is a group. Then we have to show that A of G is also a group under composition of maps. So we have to show that a group means A of G should be an identity element. It should satisfy closure property, associative property, identity property and inverse property. So now we have to come with the proof. Here we have to show that the A of G is a group under the composition map. So here we have to define identity mapping I is from G to G be an automorphism defined by I of G is equal to G for every G belongs to G. Here we are defining I is from G to G because an automorphism definition is a mapping G is onto itself is called an automorphism. So we have to define a mapping from G to G. Here I is called an identity map of G. And the next thing is identity map on G, and similarly we are taking that will be the automorphism, means surely I is should be homomorphism one to one and onto. So these are all defining, means we can say I is an automorphism. I is an automorphism means that I is belongs to A of G. So surely A of G is a set of all automorphism of G and I is belongs to A of G means that should be non-empty. Here we are going to consider the mapping star is our composition of maps. Now we have to prove the A of G is a group term. The next thing is we have to consider the first one is closure property. Closure property means you have to take two elements from A of G, that composition map, the T1 star T2 is belongs to A of G. Then only we can say the closure property is satisfied. So here we have to take T1 comma T2 is belongs to A of G. We have to show that T1 T2 is belongs to A of G means T1 T2 should be homomorphism one to one and onto. Then only we can say T1 T2 is belongs to A of G. Then only finally we can say that will be the closure property is satisfied. So here you have to take two elements from A of G. So let T1 comma T2 belongs to A of G. Then T1 and T2 are homomorphism one to one and onto. That you know that because A of G is an automorphism means any element from A of G means we can say that is homomorphism one to one and onto. As homomorphism, composition of two onto one and onto map is surely one to one and onto. So in between the composition map we having means that is also one to one and onto. Because T1 comma T2 is onto one to one means we can easily say T1 T2 is also one to one and onto. So the remaining part is we have to show that T1 T2 is homomorphism. Then only we can say T1 T2 is belongs to A of G means closure property is satisfied. So that is we have to prove T1 T2 is a homomorphism. So we have to take two elements from G. Then as T1 and T2 are homomorphism means we can say homomorphism definition you know xy is equal, that is phi of xy is equal to phi of x into phi of y. Here we have to define T1 term. So xy into T1 is equal to xt1 into yt1. Instead of phi we have to take T1 and T2. So the next term is xy of T2 is equal to xt2 and yt2. We have to show that T1 T2 is a homomorphism. So we have to take two elements from G. We have to define T1 comma T2 separately, the homomorphism term. The next thing is we have to show that xy T1 T2 is equal to x into T1 T2 and y into T1 T2. Then only we can say T1 T2 is a homomorphism. So xy t1 t2, that is your left hand side. You know that T1 is a homomorphism. So T2 is also a homomorphism. So in the first step, you have to put the bracket separately. XY T1 into T2. So XY T1, by using previous homomorphism definition, we can write xt1 into yt1 into t2. So again, we are going to use a definition of homomorphism from T2. XYT2 means XT2 into YT2. Here instead of X we having XT1, instead of Y we having YT1. So in the next step we have to separately write XT1 in T2 into YT1 T2. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. So T1 T2 is a homomorphism. Hence we can say T1 T2 is belongs to A of G. Therefore T1 T2 is the automorphism. Therefore the closure property is satisfied. So similarly we have to show that an associative property also. So directly you have tried the composition of map is associative, because already you taken T1 comma T2 is belongs to A of G, means T1 T2 is belongs to A of G. The same procedure T1 comma T2 comma T3 is belongs to A of G, means we can easily show that T1 T2 of T3 is equal to T1 of T2 into T3. The next thing is, so from this we can say associative property is also satisfied. The next thing is we have to come with the identity property. Already we are defining the identity map I is from G to G by defining I of G is equal to G. So using that only we have to show that the identity property is also satisfied. So the identity map I defined above is the identity of A of G, because T1 into I is equal to I into T1 is equal to T1. T1 is belongs to A of G. So that is 1 to 1 and on to and homomorphism. So identity property is also satisfied. The next we have to come with the inverse property. Inverse property means for every element in A of G there will be exist and inverse term is also. So T1 inverse will be exist. So T1 is on to 1 and on to means T1 inverse is also 1 to 1 and on to. The remaining part is we have to show that T1 inverse is a homomorphism. So since T1 is 1 to 1 and on to, which implies T1 inverse exists and it is also 1 to 1 and on to. So the remaining part we have to show that T1 inverse is a homomorphism. So T1 inverse is a homomorphism means we have to show that xy into T inverse is equal to xt inverse into yt inverse. So that means we have to easily say T1 inverse is belongs to A of G. So T1 inverse is also exists. So T1 inverse is homomorphism. So inverse property is also satisfied. So for the proof, x T1 inverse into y T1 inverse into T1, that is equal to, for here you know that T1 is a homomorphism. So we have to write in separate form x T1 inverse into T1, y T1 inverse into T1. So the next step, we know that T into T inverse is equal to identity element. So x into identity element, y into identity element. So we have write x into y. So x T1 inverse into y T1 inverse is equal to xy into T1 inverse, because in the left hand side we have T1, that will be goes to the right hand side, means T1 can be written as T1 inverse. So therefore T1 inverse is a homomorphism. From the above statement we can say easily T1 inverse is a homomorphism. So T1 inverse is also belongs to A of G, since it is homomorphism 1 to 1 and on to. Therefore T1 inverse is exist means the inverse property is also satisfied. Therefore A of G is a group under composition of maps. So here in this statement we have to show that they are given only G is a group. We have to show that A of G is a group under composition of map. So A of G is a group means it should satisfy identity property, closure property, associative property and inverse property. For the closure property we have to show that we have to take two elements from A of G, means T1 into T2 is also belongs to A of G. For that we have to show that if any term is belongs to A of G, means that should be a homomorphism 1 to 1 and on to. So 1 to 1 and on to will be directly we can say, but we have to show that T1 T2 is a homomorphism. So associative property is also similar to the closure property. The next we have to define the identity map. So I is already we are defining, so that identity property is also satisfied. For the inverse is also the same procedure. T1 means for every element in belongs to A of G, means that exists inverse also. So that inverse means T1 inverse is also exist. So T1 is 1 to 1 and on to homomorphism, means we can easily say T1 inverse is also 1 to 1 and and onto, but we have to show that T1 inverse is homomorphism. So we have to come with T1 inverse is homomorphism proof. Finally, we can say T1 inverse belongs to A of G. Therefore, A of G is a group under of composition of maps. Thank you.